Welcome to sunny Winter Haven, Florida. I'm Lane Dog Bowers, and this could possibly be the best day ever. And the forecast for tomorrow is 1,000,006 times better. And today is Friday. Get pumped. It's about the weekend. This is going to be super short. I always say that I'm going to try really hard to make this one super short. And I'm excited about this because I've had some people ask me about this and about the world's best barefoot water skiing warm-up. And I'm going to give it to you. And I'm also going to answer some other questions. But I want to start with a quote from none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Pain makes me grow. Growing is what I want. Therefore, for me, pain is pleasure. And I'll tell you what, I found that a lot too. It sounds like something you wouldn't like, but let's face it. If you even remotely like barefoot water skiing, you love telling your buddies pain is only weakness leaving your body. We used to have a t-shirt that says that. We used to say, what is it? Someone's got to remember this quote. If you guys know this quote out there, hey guys, then you need to write it down. But what is it? Pain is only weakness. What is it? Chicks love scars. I don't remember. If you know that one, write it down and I'll look it up and I'll say it. But anyway, the thing that I want to talk about today, super quick, and this also answers another question. I have a friend of mine, Jorge, who is from Argentina, and he asked me, he says, Lane, can you program some really good conditioning to help me get in good shape? And you guys know that I love CrossFit. My family does CrossFit. But let's say you got no money, you've got no gym, you've got no time, and you want to get in great shape. Do you know that probably the single best exercise that you can do, let's say you don't even have any space, like you really, I wish I could do it right here. If I had my son to hold my camera, I'd show you right here. But there's one little exercise that's so simple, and if you had to do only one thing, and it doesn't have to be technical, you do not need gym equipment to do it, you don't need a membership, and you only need a very, very teeny bit of room, and it is the exact thing that prisoners use to get in the best shape they've ever been in. And it is the burpee, designed in hell, but an amazing exercise. So if you guys don't know, and I'll video this sometime, you guys can look it up online. A burpee is basically going from a standing position, setting your hands within probably a foot in front of your feet. Now, you want to have your feet like shoulder width or a little wider, and then you want to set your hands down, and then you want to jump back to like a push-up position. Your hands stay there, feet jump back, keep them wide. Then you go down, you can like worm yourself down to the ground, or you can just drop as fast as you want without hurting your chest, but get your chest and your thighs on the ground. Then you push back up, jump your feet, keep them wide. Don't jump in between your hands, jump wide and get your feet as close to your hands, stand up and jump and clap. That is a burpee. Now, let me tell you something. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen it happen where a barefooter goes out there. I'll see this all the time. People go out in their boat, they literally sit there, and the older you get, the more important this is. Little kids can jump up and be okay, but as adults and as you get older, you need blood flowing through your body. The litany of injuries that I see from people, not with me, but in barefooting all around the world, comes from a very simple fact that they are not properly warmed up. And one thing that I've learned more so now that I'm doing CrossFit and it's so important, and it's such an easy problem to fix. It's just out of pure laziness that we never have. And it's so unusual that barefooting, which is such a challenging skill that has so many demands on the total body, that we don't take warm-up seriously. Now, what what I highly recommend, you could literally, a couple things. You could literally, if you do not have a sweat, if you put it this way, if you want to make sure you are really safe for your barefoot run, and if it's cold, like right now in a lot of areas of the country, if it's cold and you're going out, it's even more important. Having a dry suit on does, or like a full wetsuit under your wetsuit doesn't mean that you're properly warmed up, okay? Having a dry suit on and feeling nice and toasty does not mean you're properly warmed up. It's so easy as we get older to get these aggravating injuries like a tendon, your bicep tendon, elbow, shoulders. It's so common. And the older you get, the worse it gets. Here, you could literally take 2 to 3 minutes and do some burpees. You could probably even do them in the boat. Now, listen, if you are not in decent shape and you cannot do a burpee, you can modify your burpee. So instead of jumping down to the ground, I recommend that if you can lay down and stand up, that you force yourself to do, no matter how slow it goes, do a full burpee. Literally, hands touch the ground. That may be tough for you. Do it farther away. Jump your feet back, land in a supported position with your legs off the ground. Your feet are on the ground. Your hands, you're in the start of a push-up position. Go down to your chest touches. Now push back up, jump. You can actually combine that push up and feet jump up. Keep them wide to your hands. Then stand up. How many people hurt their low backs in barefooting? This warms your back up, your legs up, your shoulders up. It gets your heart rate up very quickly. And what I recommend for anybody, if you want to enjoy barefooting for a very long time, have a sweat going before you get in the water. Now, sitting in the boat and sweating, if it's a hot day, does not count as warm up. But the good news is you are more warmed up, even not doing it if you are sweating. But get some movement going so that you will, and I promise you, you'll be safer. A lot of people do a good warm up and they're like, I'm out of breath, I'm exhausted, whatever. Trust me, it is way better to do that in the long term and be a little bit out of breath than it is to go on the water and get caught and something flinches or moves real quickly, or you get caught, getting out of balance or hanging on, or you fall. And my goal for you is not to be in pain, okay? But let's face it, pain from a healthy workout and movement, a minor bit of pain is nothing. We're barefooters, for heaven's sakes. We got into it when people were saying, oh, doesn't that hurt your feet? If you guys don't like a little bit of pain, you really just need to eat Cheetos, sit on the couch, and forget barefooting. Because the bottom line is, suck it up, Buttercup. A little bit of pain is great for you. And you are capable of 20 times more than you even think is possible. So I recommend doing burpees until you got a sweat. 2 to 3 minutes of burpees will absolutely get a sweat on. If you do 20, 30 burpees, I promise you, you will ski better than you ever have if you're not used to being warmed up. Now, on a separate note, I've had people ask me, hey, Lane, can you program something for me to get me in better shape? I'll tell you what, with that same concept that I told you, no time, no money, no room, no equipment, use a burpee. What I would do, now this would be an aggressive challenge, but you could do 100 burpees for time, and it's probably going to take you less than, for sure, 10 minutes. You should not take 10 minutes to do that. A really good time is 5 minutes. Like, you're getting world class if you can get 5 minutes. If you can do 100 burpees in 5 minutes. I would make it a goal and measure your fitness. If it takes you half an hour right now to do 100 burpees, great. Then next time, let's cut it down a little more. But you will not believe the amount of body fat you will carve out. Now, you think, well, oh, wait a minute, 7, 8, 9 minute workout, that's nothing. Compared to walking on a treadmill for an hour, if you do 100 burpees, I promise you, you will improve your cardiovascular ability. You will, your breathing, your lung capacity, everything. You will get stronger. your abs, your arms, your legs, your low back will be warmed up. And don't panic if if you feel stressed while doing it. I want you to do it first, learn the right movement, and I'll go over that and video that a separate time. But that's my advice today. You can use the burpee to get in fantastic shape. And I'm telling you right now, I was trying to think, what can you do? Most people, if they want to get warmed up for barefoot, and they either do a little jog or they kind of bend over, touch their toes. That doesn't do anything for you. You need a full-on flop sweat. About a year ago, I hired a guy online who's called he's called the Movement Doctor, and he is a doctor of PT. I hired him for 1 year. He's online only. He's a cash only business, which I think is a great concept. And he basically, I submit my workouts to him. I was injured, I needed help, and I needed somebody who was an expert in movement and a doctor to make sure I could keep working out and keep moving. I paid this guy a lot of money. He was worth it. My wife's actually using them right now. And CJ, if you're out there, shout out to you, buddy. But anyway, I paid him a lot of money to make sure that I got through a year of really difficult injuries for me. And here's what I learned about it. He told me stretching is stressing. So what he meant by that is that static stretching. Now, don't freak out if you guys are yoga people. Go ahead, do that. But here's what he was saying. And this really is true for me, is it is way better that you are involved in a dynamic movement to increase your range of motion than you are to statically hold a position and just keep pressing and pressing and pressing. You could hurt yourself. And the older we get, the more that's true. I would way rather be moving to get my joints, my lungs, my blood flow going than I would be statically stretching. So the lesson for you, again, the burpee is one of the most hated exercises in the world. But if you want a simple and effective way to warm up in minutes and use it on its own this one day, Don Schwartz is a friend of mine from Canada. He's an amazing guy, a great barefooter, and somebody who's I always look to for great advice because he has lived a healthy lifestyle for a long time. And he has overcome amazing obstacles in his life to get where he's at. Some of you know Don Schwartz, he's just a great guy. And he challenged me 1 year to do the month of December to do 100 burpees a day. And I did that after doing my CrossFit, and it almost killed me. But I'll tell you what, if you did 100 burpees a day, that's a 10-minute workout for you starting off. I promise you, in 30 days, you will be in such incredible shape, you will be shocked. Take me up on this challenge. If anyone takes me up on that challenge, I'll tell you what. Take me up on that challenge. Be safe. Let me know about it, and I'm gonna have some kind of special reward for you, because I think you'll be able to reconfirm what I already know, is that good movement, a great sweat, a simple exercise, and I'll video this. I'll put it on my page. I'm going to post this live video on the footersedge.com on the blog. So anyway, I hope this is something that helps you guys. I know it sounds simple, and you're thinking like, burpee, I'm not doing a burpee. I'm telling you, try it. Find out if you don't get more. That's another thing. In barefooting is not an endurance sport, okay? Even endurance barefooting is somewhat of an endurance sport, but listen, hardly anybody does that. If you want to get good at barefooting, what you need to do is get good at sprinting motions. That's explosiveness over short periods of time very quickly. And as we get older, we do not feel like doing that, okay? So I'm telling you guys, unlock your potential. You are capable of so much more than you can imagine. Try the hated burpee, and it is the world's best barefoot water skiing warm-up. And I promise you, if you only did that alone, you would be shocked. I double dog dare somebody to do 100 burpees I did them for time. You don't even have to do them for time. But if you do, you're going to get better at it because it's a lot more fun to get over with that quicker than later. But I mean, you're going to get worked. Trust me, you are going to get worked. I got to look up. I think I recorded one of those one time, but it's a lot of work. And my son Zane, that's what I got to do. I got to find that video. My son Zane had one of the top guys in CrossFit challenge him for sushi. Okay, so Zane, at that time, I think he was either 12 years old or 11 years old. This top CrossFit dude says to him, "Hey, I bet you can't do a burpee mile." And you both look at each other. What's a burpee mile? It's when you do a burpee, jump, and then do another burpee, and you do 1 mile of it. He said, "I bet you can't do that in under," I can't remember what the time was. Bottom line is, Zane went out there and killed that thing. All because, number one, this was a top guy in CrossFit who challenged Zane to it, and Zane I could not talk him. I said, "Dude, this is stupid. Do not do that. That's insane." I'll post this video up of my son doing this because it is amazing. It is amazing, and he did it in world class time. And as we're younger, that's easier. I'm not recommending that a burpee mile for adults, but if you want an amazing challenge, do it somewhere soft on grass and measure it out and do it that way. But wow, so much explosive energy, so much strength, so much conditioning. You guys unlock some great potential. 100 the first day. Are you doing it? Oh, Joshua. Okay, 100. Here's what I do. If you want to start this out, let me give you a way that, because Joshua's got a good point, 100 on first day. Well, here's what I would do. I would do like, I'd set it up so you put a running timer out there and do 10 burpees, 1 minute break, 10 burpees, 1 minute break, because that your brain can get around. But I promise you, Joshua, and anyone else out there, 10 burpees, that's 30, 40 seconds of work, okay? Give yourself a minute break. I'm going easy on you. Give you a minute break. You're not going to be huffing and puffing horribly bad. It's going to be a shock to your system. And I wouldn't do this, Josh, before you go out. And I know you work hard during the day, so I'd do this at the end of the day or something like that. Actually, you could do it in the morning. It would absolutely pump but it's up to you. Whenever you guys want to do it, film it, show it to me. I'll make you famous. Do 10, take a 30-second to a 1 minute break and do 10 more. Do that 10 times. Okay, it's called an EMOM, every minute on the minute. You could do 10, take a break, 10, take a break, and that would take you 10 minutes, okay? So, and you can take a minute in between or half a minute in between if that's what you need to do. So that's what I recommend. It is a great idea, Josh. Yes, it is. Have I ever lied to you? Have I ever given you any bad ideas? I promise you guys this is going to be awesome. So, again, I can't make these short. Apparently I can't stop talking. So, God bless you guys. Let me know how this works. I'm really excited about it. I promise you, get a sweat going before you barefoot. And not only are you going to be pumped up for your buddies, okay, but you are going to be safer. I promise you, you will barefoot better than you ever have in your life. And don't be panicked about being out of breath and sweating before you go. It's like you're like, oh, I gotta sit down. Now, I'm not saying do 100 and then go barefoot. If you do 100 burpees, you're gonna need 15-minute break before you do anything because you're gonna be exhausted. But trust me, I double dog dare you to do this, you guys. Someone let me know if you do it. I'm gonna make you famous because I promise you. And other people, I want to tell you this. A lot of times we go out there so static because we don't want to move. And yes, let's say you can barefoot, you get up, forwards, backwards, do whatever, and you're used to kind of use it. You think in your head, I'm just going to barefoot and warm up. Barefooting is not a warm up. Can you warm up while you barefoot? Yes, I highly recommend it. Do a slow speed pass. Do a set of tumble turns. Do things that are easy for you and you don't fall. That is smart skiing, but that is not being warmed up before you barefoot. Change your mindset here. Just like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, a little pain is going to be awesome for you guys. We're barefooters. There's like hardly any of us in the world. So we're already the Green Berets of water skiing. You know what I'm saying? So you're kind of fired up because you know barefooting, there's few people do it. A lot of people, snowflakes want to sit on the couch and don't want to do it because it might hurt my feet. Come on now, suck it up. Let's show me, someone out there show me that they can do this. And I promise you, you are going to be so pumped up. I promise you, you're going to be the best shape of your life. And it's an 8 to 10 minute workout. Start that way. And I promise you, if you do that for 30 days, you might want to take off Sunday, but I don't know. It's not that hard of a workout. It's not that hard. You can totally do it. Anyway, that's it. God bless you guys. I hope you like this. Do me a favor and share this. This works across any board for anybody. This is great for conditioning. It's great for anything where you want to be warmed up, but it's really good for barefooting where we're very static, sit in a seat. Like if we're dads, we're sitting there driving all the time, and then we get up and our back is like, my back hurts, my knees hurt. Oh, I guess I'll go barefooting at 43 miles an hour. Not a good idea, okay? Use the burpee, the world's greatest barefoot water skiing warm-up. God bless you guys. Someone go out there and show me that this is true. I know it already. I want you guys to unleash your potential. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you later. Hey, do me a favor. Like the video. Please leave me a comment if you're watching. Please share this, okay? If you guys like this, I'm trying to get people motivated, fired up, and I want to bless people with the stuff that I've learned in my life. And if you guys got any more ideas, things you want to see, leave me a comment there too. So God bless you guys. I'm out of here. You guys have a great weekend of awesomeness. Let me know how it goes. Stay in touch. And thank you for the likes and loves, everybody. God bless you. Take care.